Yep. Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is. Hold on. Let me make sure nothing's on. Anybody see anything? Okay, cool. Today is Tuesday, February 20th. Hopefully, everybody's having a beautiful February, Black History Month, Love Month, all the rest of that cool type of month type deals. But where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. Let's get it. All right, we're talking about Netflix today. I'm sorry, this is all I want to do. Yeah, I'm not. You don't know what's crazy is that all right, so I just started my whole little fitness journey. I've been doing keto for the past 2 weeks now. It's been it's had its results. I'm in the gym a lot more, about 5 to 6 days a week, which is good. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Even today, I was dead tired. I felt like I only got a couple hours of sleep, not a restful sleep at that, and I'm just got through work and I was like, all right, we gotta go to the gym. No matter what, we gotta go to the gym. I gave myself no excuses. I went, got a gym membership, didn't care how much the cost was. That was around the corner from where I live, and I was like, all right, well, we're gonna get the gym membership, and then we're gonna we pass by the gym every single day. It doesn't matter. It's on my route to the crib. And when I see the gym, it's like, all right, we gotta go. No excuses. We already passing by it. Rather just go for another 30, 45 minutes and get home and do the podcast, play some video games, go to sleep. That's what we need to do. And so I really have been on my grind. The only day right now, the only day I'm taking off normally is Sunday. Day of rest my body a lot, man. It's my first day off from work. And so I'm like, all right, let me just rest up for the week to come. And Monday, go hard in the paint. Saturday night, go hard in the paint. Doesn't matter. This isn't. This is more of me helping me mentally more than anything else. I rather get geared up and ready to go for the next day. I mean, for the whole week, than just stay around and just just sit around and watch Netflix and get fat. But yeah, I feel so much better. I'm not gonna lie to you, mentally, and like I said, mentally, physically, I definitely feel better. It feels like I'm doing it for a purpose too. You already know, if you don't have any purpose, then what are you doing it for? So I do have a purpose of why I'm doing this, man. It's just I want to see if this actually helps my back to heal up a lot better, my body to heal up, everything, man. It's really a healing situation. Also, just mentally, just all the anger that I have, sometimes I just let it out. Okay, so just in case people don't know, I'm Catholic, and I've taken Lent. We take Lent here, and for Lent, what I gave up was fear and anger. So yeah, so I'm gonna be a lot more fearless this next 40 nights, 40 days and 40 nights, just putting it out there. So if I get a little less fearless, what I'm saying, sorry, it's going to be, you might hear some things come out of my mouth that you probably did not want. The truth is going to come out more than anything. Try not to hurt people's feelings, but we're going to be hurting people's feelings probably during this time period. So yeah, man, in my anger part is just really, it's not giving someone my energy. I guess that's really how I can explain anger for me, is that lately I've been giving people my energy, my raw energies, and it feels like me doing that has caused great stress, great just not depression, but definitely hit valleys. And I feel like my valleys are a lot more valier, and so I feel like not giving people my energy is probably the best way I can explain my anger right now. And so certain people just not going to get it, man. Just we're going pen's mightier than the sword. So I'm just going to just keep putting the pen down and put my pen game on, and people keep fucking around, and you're gonna find out. That's pretty much what it is right now. So yeah, man, I feel like I said, man, it's been almost a week. I'm not, man. I'm sorry. It's been almost a week. It's fresh. It's frustrating to see some people, and just the things when you try to see things different way without being angry. You just look at it as just like, oh, that pisses me off. That would have pissed me off 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? You just look around, it's just like, all right, we gotta figure out different ways to like attack this without anger. Yeah, maybe with some type of thought, because when I get angry, sometimes I don't think when I'm angry. Like I just shit just comes out of my mouth and just whatever happens, happens. The consequences is what they are. And so what I'm working on right now is just fixing that part. Like just not just flying off the lid. Like what's happening right now, me going to the gym 6 times a week, me doing the podcast at least 3-4 times a week, is this helps a lot. I don't understand. Like just giving y'all this my energy towards entertaining you guys is just, and also, you know, putting down some game for y'all. It's like this is definitely the biggest thing helping, you know, and you know, and also this is a lot cheaper than a therapist. I feel like I'm just putting it out there. I mean, it's a little bit cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Maybe well, a lot cheaper. But no, but seriously though, like this is like being able to just talking to the ether, and hopefully, like I say all the time, man. Hopefully, my stories and my feelings and the way that I come about from the podcast, I hope this really helps someone in the future. Like somebody goes by and be like, man, this dude was going through some shit, and he got through it. He got through the fire, man. He got burnt. Trust me, I got burnt, but you know, but he made it through. You know what I'm saying? And scars and all, man. You know, and it's just, you know, you should be proud of something like that. So I am, man. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this podcast. I'm very proud of that. I'm sticking with it. You know, I mean, it's been almost six years in July that I've been doing a podcast. This is crazy. Goodness gracious. I started just doing audio. That's crazy. And now we're on Spotify doing videos and YouTube and Patreon and things like that. This is a proud moment, man. I'm very happy. So yeah, man, looking back, I'm just like, yeah, this is cool. It started other side missions, like I call them side missions. So like Warrior Cast with Michael Carroll was awesome. You know, when I was doing Cruising Around the World, I'm probably gonna get back to doing Cruising Around the World hopefully soon. I might put Cruising Around the World on Patreon. Might be. I don't know. That those joints require a lot of research. So yeah, man, it's just been an interesting ride this past year and a half, well, almost a year now. It's been an interesting ride, I will have to say. You know, like yeah, it's been cool, man. I can't wait to reflect on it whenever we get to the 6 year point. Can't wait to reflect on it. It's gonna be awesome. But that's not what you guys are here for. You're not here to hear me talk my soliloquy about myself. What you're here to hear about is Netflix and how they're putting out some motherfucking bangers. Starting with, I would just like to say, Warrior, as of February 16th, is on Netflix right now. I don't know what you're doing right now. I don't care what you're doing right now. If you are a fan of Warrior, this is a message to all of y'all. If you are a fan of the show Warrior, not even a fan, if you have never watched Warrior and the thing that was holding you back is that was on the Max app or that was on Cinemax or whatever, if that was the thing holding you back and you have a Netflix account, I'm telling you this right now. You want to watch some kung fu action? You want to watch a story that was written by Bruce Lee, whose original name for it was Assam. If you want to watch straight up great storylines, like not just the main storyline, you got an A, B, and C, sometimes a D storyline that just lines up with the rest of with everything else, and you have a cast that is, I would almost say, perfectly put together. I don't see anything wrong with the cast at all. I don't. There's really nobody, like even the bad guys aren't really that much bad guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of, some of them you can't. No. Let me stop. Some of them you can't relate to. Some of them you can. But I'm saying this, calling all of everybody. If you are a fan of the show, go watch it. If you're not a fan of the show, go watch it. If you have friends that have never watched it and you have watched this show, y'all need to go watch this show. The Warrior is one of the best action shows right now that's out. Not even out. I would say this. it's the one of the best choreographed shows of all time to me. And if there's a problem, if you have any argument, you argue with yourself. I think this is the best fight choreography I've ever seen in my life. And I watched Daredevil, the stairway fight scenes. Think about stairway fight scenes every episode. Every episode is a stairway fight scene. Like what I'm talking about is like the choreography of the stairway fight scenes. Like this is how great this show is. And the family struggle, the gang, the two gangs trying to not the two gangs about to erupt, and then you also got this other gang that practically you know, it's really cultural, you know, and actually kind of connects to today a little bit. You know, I would say that Warrior is definitely the show, like very underrated, very not talked about enough. And I love that, like, I'm on Instagram and I'm watching the cast of the show and they're fighting so hard to get a season 4. That's how much they love this show. Most people be like, all right, well, like, think about it. Suits, everybody sort of watches Suits and they ain't really talk about, you know, like the cast. You don't really see the cast like fighting hard to get Suits another season. They're talking about reviving with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But with the original cast, with like they are fighting hard. Like even people that are dead on the show, like their characters dead, they're still fighting to get a season 4 of this show. We need to finish the story. Straight up. We have to finish the story because there's they left too many tethers. They left too many tethers for us to not like, we got to do something. We got to finish this off. And if I won't even go even crazier, is that we should do a prequel. We should get prequel series too, just like Power. Just make it a whole universe. Make it a Warrior universe. Okay. Y'all think I'm crazy? Okay, here we go. We got Chow, who was a slave in Cuba, by the way, for 15 years. We can go on those adventures. Father June, how he got to China, how he got to America from China and took over the Hop Way or created the Hop Way. One of the two. Father June doing that. And then we also got Assam, who had his own story in China. Okay. All right. The Great Warrior Assam. That's literally the first thing his sister tells him is the Great Warrior Assam. Oh my gosh, the Great Warrior Assam. Like, we can figure out why he was a great warrior. We can also figure out her story too. You know, I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. All right. But I'm just saying, literally the first 2 minutes of the show will have you hooked. I don't argue. The first 2 minutes of the show will have you hooked from the fight scene. Okay, get to the fight scene. It will have you hooked. Everything else will have you hooked. If you like Spartacus, you're gonna love Warrior. I don't know how else I can sell you on this. Like, this show for 3 seasons, I don't think there was a bad. Even the filler episodes were great. And they're like, most of the fillers, I will give you a little bit of this. The filler episodes give you like old Westerners. Well, old Westerns. I'm sorry, old Westerns like John Wayne Westerns. Like, that's literally how they're kind of set up. But they're set up in a way that is just hand-to-hand combat and like hatchets and all. It's crazy. John, you got Joe Talisman, who is was he Scorpion? No, he's Sub-Zero. He's Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat. He fights. He is like, everyone in there, their fight choreography, like I said, is beautiful. Beautiful. They do an amazing, even the ones that are just like bruisers and punchers, like, it's just a great, like, it flows together. And I just, man, you got O'Leary, you got so many storylines that you can go off. Just the first season alone. Second season, very good too. Okay, very good. But the third season, make it to the third season. First of all, go watch the Warrior Cast with Michael Carroll and I. If you guys get a chance after each episode, after actually the first 3 episodes are in the first episode, but just putting it out there because the first 3 episodes aired at that time. But if you get a chance, definitely go check out, you know, the Warrior Cast with me and Michael Carroll. But the third season, I think the third season even like up the ante so much more for the show. Like, the show gets better. That's the crazy part. It gets better. Okay, just put it out there. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, that's all I want to say. But this is my plea to watch it because we need a season 4. Us as fans of the show I didn't even know it's been 7 years. That's crazy. And they need you know what the treatment they need to get? They need to get the Cobra Kai treatment. Because Cobra Kai definitely got better when it got on Netflix. Let's just be real. We're being honest. Like when YouTube didn't like really promote the show, I really don't think this show got promoted correctly on Max. I'd just like to put it out there. I don't think it got promoted correctly on Max, but the fans of this show are fans of this show. Like we completely are crazy about it. Like we're literally going back and watching it for a third time. I'm watching it for a third time. I went back and watched it a couple, like when we were doing the Warrior Cast. I had to go back and watch the first 2 seasons just to catch up to myself. And man, I watched every episode within like 2 or 3 days. It was crazy. It was the first 2 seasons. So I'm just saying, if you guys, I'm pleading. This is my petition, my live petition to Netflix. Please give us a season 4. That's all I'm asking for. I just need season 4 of beautiful ass kickingness. Like they need to get not just the Cobra Kai treatment. They need to get that Lucifer treatment too. Lucifer got 2 more seasons. You know, I think this show can go on for like maybe 2 or 3 more seasons. I think we can get squeeze 2 or 3 more seasons out of the story. It's and then maybe get some prequel series. Maybe do this. We need it. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking nicely to Netflix. Please give us a season 4. Just to put the budget together. You got the cast. The cast wants it. They want it so bad. You know what I'm saying? They want it so bad. It just, you can see it, how much they love this show. And I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. Also, you know what you can also do? Another prequel, just putting it out there. Lee's story from the South. You know, when he was messing with the black chick. Because, you know, Lee likes to swirl. So Lee's a swirl guy. So we clearly have seen that. So I'm just putting it out there. Okay. Maybe O'Leary in the Union Army coming from Ireland to fight in the Union. I don't know. I'm just putting, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I'm giving you guys ideas. These are free ideas. Unless you want to write the check, that'd be cool too. But I'm just saying, you know, I love the show. I'm sorry. That just Warrior is on Netflix right now. Please go turn that bad boy on Netflix. We need a 4th season. Right now, I think they were in the top 4 of TV shows that just came out and stuff. So we're in the top 4 right now, guys. We need to get that number 1 spot. We need to get that number 1. Okay, sorry, my bad. All right, sorry. All right, Netflix. Please, season 4. Thank you. All right, next. I started watching House of Ninja. I know a lot of people were thinking, okay, maybe that was my thought process too. I ain't gonna lie to you. My thought process was that this was going to be kind of Ninja Assassin-ish. Ninja Assassin, first of all, deserved another movie. I don't understand why there was never a second one to it, but that's for a different day. What I do understand is I know people were thinking that this was going to be a high octane action show, and me too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was too, but the action sequence that we got, I would say this: we had to earn them. We have to earn them. I think that the main character is a little boring. I will say that, but I think they had to make him that boring and that awkward because, and this is a spoiler. So spoiler in 3, 2, and 1. Spoiler is that, you know, the main character is kind of a pacifist. He's a ninja. I mean, he's shinobi. I'm gonna put some respect on his name. They're shinobis, but as a shinobi, he can't kill. He's a pacifist. He doesn't know how to kill people. You know what I'm saying? His brother knows how to. His dad knows how to. His sister knows how to. His moms know how to. Like literally, the whole family is ninjas. I mean, the whole family is shinobis. Even the grandmother. So you sit around here, you watch this, and you're just like, all right, this is slow burn. This is exactly what I mean. This is different. We didn't think this was going to happen in a show about some shinobis. Like you never would have thought, oh, this is going to be a slow, like the first scene. I mean, the first couple minutes, it is, you know, straight up ass kicking and stabby stabs. And then the rest of it is just really detective work. It's really like a cat and mouse type show with a lot of action sequences, but they're earned. To me, I think these are earned action sequences. I think they're earned. I think we have to earn them. I think that it was something that, like, you sit here watching, you're just like, okay, okay, I see why we got to this point. Okay, I see why we got to this point. I see where this. Okay, okay, I see why we needed an action sequence here. I think this gives us more of a behind view of like how Shinobi's like kind of work, not just going around killing people. They actually do some research. They actually have to do this, that, and third to get to get. They have to do A, B, and C before they can get to D. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy that part. I will once again I will say that the main character is a little stale, but I think he has to be because of the ninja code. He's a teenager, like he's practically what, almost a teenager type deal, like early 20s probably. And he's seeing girls, he's out in the public and he's seeing females. He still can't like interact with them because of the code, but like he's going to be awkward because he's been around just his family the whole time. Okay, it's a little awkward, yeah, he's going to be socially awkward because he's only been around a couple people in his life. Yeah, you've only interacted with certain types of people. It's kind of weird to interact with more when you're not supposed to, when you're not really supposed to exist. So I think that's where people were kind of missing the point on that one. Like, it's his character, it's his personality, not it's what it's nature. That was nature and nurture. That's a nature nurture argument. Socially, yes, he's in that because he's not supposed to exist. That's the problem. I think I really think that's where people were kind of missing the mark on that one. Like, he's supposed to be like that. That makes sense that he's awkward around a girl, and you find out like they can't eat certain things, so awkwardly he's eating this certain thing that he should not be, because if he gets caught, it's over. So I think that we need to look at it from that type of point of view, that yeah, you can't do certain things. So I like right now I don't think I'm at the final episode yet. I think I got 2 more episodes to go, but so far to me, I like it. I like it. I don't, what I mean, if I'm looking for action, you're not going to get it that much. But if you're looking really for detective work and like cat and mouse type games, like that's the way I like. Like, y'all know me, man. I've been talking about this for way too long now. Cat and mouse is one of my things that I like to watch. You know what I mean? And it's fun for me. Like, I was a big Tom and Jerry fan. No, I'm sorry, my fault. Detective work, I like seeing it. I love watching that, like noir type stuff. Like, but I like that they're doing research before they go attack something. I like that, the father wanted to live a normal life. So it's just, I would definitely recommend, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a ninja assassin type feel, it's not here. It is not that. I promise you, it's not. And by the way, Ninja Assassin, one of the greatest like action movies of all time. And you can go argue with yourself about it. I love that movie. There needed to be a number 2. My fault. Moving on. Okay. Lastly, I want to talk about Loudermilk. Comedy, hilarious. I love it. Oh, just by the way, man, I know you guys are probably like, wow, Andrew's talking about a lot of what I talk about, a lot of karate stuff. If y'all don't know by now, I love martial arts movies. I love martial arts things. Jet Li is probably the GOAT for me. Jet Li and Bruce Lee. Well, of course, Bruce Lee's on a different stratosphere than everybody else. Jet Li's my GOAT. So if anybody has a problem with it, go argue with yourself. Jet Li's my GOAT. Okay, Jet Li. I first saw Jet Li on Rush Hour 4. No, Rush Hour 4. Jesus, Mother and Joseph. Lethal Weapon 4. Okay, Lethal Weapon 4. He literally broke someone's gun with his hand. Like, it was amazing. And then also saw him in Black Mask. Great movie. Kiss of the Dragon. You're welcome. I'm just giving you guys some suggestions. The One. You know what I'm saying? Just what? Oh my goodness. Did he do he did his own Fist of Fury? I think something like, or he did some like detective one. Oh, which one was it? Yeah, I forgot what it was called. But yeah, man, like, man, I got my mom a whole, like, for one Christmas, I got her this 4-pack of Jet Li. Like, she's a big Jet Li fan herself. She, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I watched them. I watched all of them. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I love it. Just in case people don't understand, I cannot wait. Also, before I go to Loudermilk, I cannot wait for Shogun to come out. By the way, I love Japanese, like that type of that era, the era of the samurai and ninjas. Samurai and shinobi. I'm sorry, samurai and shinobi. I love that era. I love Ninjagami. I want to talk about that probably later this week. I haven't watched the episode yet. My fault. I know. I don't need it. But I'm gonna watch it and then we're gonna talk about it because Ninjagami is that looking like a potential GOAT anime. Just putting it out there. Yeah, I can't wait for Shogun to come out. They said that is 100% Rotten Tomatoes right now. 100% Rotten Tomatoes. They were 100% right now. So if you guys get a chance, we're watching it. Okay, we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to be a big fan of this show. I'm yeah. They got old boy from Last Samurai too, by the way. Not Ken Watanabe. No. Who did he play? He played Scorpion. The guy that plays Scorpion, he's the main character in this show. So let's get it. Woo! Okay, we're going to Loudermilk now. Sorry. All right, I just needed to do that for a second to make sure you guys knew. Like, I'm a big fan of these type of shows. But and also it's history, so you know that's my bag, baby. So next, Loudermilk. Loudermilk. Listen. I don't know why this show only got 3 seasons. It's a travesty. It's a travesty that this only got 3 seasons. 3 seasons. 3. This show only has 3 seasons. Can I just say that this is one of the more funnier shows I've watched in a long time. This is one of the better comedies that is not talked about whatsoever. What was great about it was everybody, so most of the cast had like some type of disability and they attacked it in like a different way. Like it was like they didn't have it, but you can see that there was a disability. But at the same time, it was like they never like seemed different. It was just a regular cast of characters. First of all, Ron Livingston playing practically what he played in Office Space, like a loaf AA counselor type guy. Yeah, he was hilarious. Will Sasso murdered his role as Ben. Okay, he murdered his. I'm saying this in the most great, murdered his comedic role in this show. He was the best part of this show. Whenever Will was on the show, he stole this. And whenever he sees him on the scene, whenever you see him in the scene, he steals it. He stole it, no matter what. I think also what was great about the show was it had heart to it too. Like you still are dealing with people that are fighting addiction, like addiction to alcohol or addiction to drugs and things like that. Like there was still a lot of heart to this show that really got covered very well too. I don't understand how this show only had 3 seasons, bro. 3 seasons. And when oh my gosh, man. They really showcase people with like like the main cast, like you had a few of them that had disabilities, like ones I've never seen before in my life. Like and they were just funny as shit. Like I like the one dude, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but he's British. He has like his arms are kind of like this. Like I think there's a certain medicine you can't take when a woman's pregnant. And apparently she took it, and that's why he has his hands in a certain way. But he was actually a real drummer with these hands. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was cool to see. It's cool that they got their spotlight and they flourished in it. Everybody flourished in their role. I really do think so. I truthfully, like, I would definitely might rewatch Loudermilk because it deserves it. 3 seasons, though, it needed more. It needs way more than 3 seasons. I'm sorry. Loudermilk, if you guys, it's on Netflix too. Once again, this is all on Netflix content right now. Yeah, Loudermilk is one of those that you definitely need. If you just want to turn your brain off and laugh your ass off, that's the show to do it. And, might cry a little bit. You may cry. You may cry because some of these guys, you just like, man, we just want you to win so bad that you keep fucking losing. Stop losing. And then, it's man. Goodness, man, that show's so good. Goodness, that show's so good. Goodness. I was going to talk about the Super Bowl, but I of course, it took like almost a week off. So this is what we're going to do. Thursday, we're talking Super Bowl. Like, I just want to make a little bit of an announcement. We're going to go in a little bit of a different direction for a little bit for the podcast. We're going to do nerd jocks type stuff. So it's just going to be really sports and nerd subjects. But we will be, like, I am a nerd for Japanese content, so we will be talking about Shogun. So whatever. But we're definitely going to try to niche it down a little bit to like nerd jock things. So sports and anime, cartoons, and comic books, like things that nerds and jocks can get to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am. I'm a nerd jock. Nerd jock. We're going to find out a name for it, but we're just going to make it happen. But yeah, we're going to make a little bit of a direction change for a little bit. So see how it works. So with that, and also mental health approach, we're still going to do that. No, bump that. We're still going to do the mental health stuff, but nerd jack is going to be definitely a big one. But so that's pretty much the shows for today. So I would like to say, guys, once again, February 16th. I mean, no, I'm sorry. We already passed on February 16th. Guys, ladies and gents, please go to Netflix right now. Turn on Netflix. Click. And go even if you got to speak Warrior on Netflix. And then, it will go straight to Warrior on Netflix. Watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, to continue and then repeat with season 2 in the same way. All on Netflix. So definitely go check that out right now. So with that, I like to say I love all of y'all. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. And please leave a like and subscribe on YouTube, and leave a 5-star review and a written review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Let me know how you're doing on Spotify, actually. And I would like to say, go sign up on the Patreon, man. $3 a month. And less than a cup of coffee, pretty much. So with that, I would like to say, love you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.